Good morning, everybody. Pastor Rick, Broadman Baptist Church, and this is the Broadman Word for August 20th, 2021. The title of today's Broadman Word is Jesus Picked a Fight. And what I want to talk to you about is picking a fight. I know that sounds strange from a pastor. When I was in school, particularly in the middle and high school years, I was a little bigger guy and pretty scrappy, and did some fighting, but most of my fights had nothing to do with any justice or right. It just had to be do with being angry and a little bit of a scrappy knothead, and so there wasn't much point to it. But we do have to pick fights sometimes, and when we look at the example of Jesus, he picked a fight, but it wasn't a fight with people per se. He picked a fight with the organized religion of the day and the purveyors of the dark forces that were corrupting religion and all the sin and man-made things that were being added in the name of religion that really had nothing to do with love or grace or worshiping God. It really mostly had to do with the advancement of the individuals that were, quote, in charge of the religion, the priests and the Pharisees and other religious leaders of the day. So what do we do with this example now? It's difficult for us because we want to live as much as possible at peace with others, and the Bible tells us to do that. But it doesn't mean that the cost of that peace has to be the truth. That's not living at peace. That's living under oppression, and that's aiding false prophecy, false messages, and generally not moving the kingdom forward. So we do need to have the courage. We've been in Jeremiah for a few weeks now. We do need to have the courage to sometimes step out of our comfort zone, step out of our way, and pick a fight for truth, because otherwise it doesn't get told. Now, does that mean that we need to go around being aggressive with people or, being the, quote, Bible thumpers and things like that, all those negative connotations? No, but it does mean when situations come about, when we find ourselves in conversations with folks, when they're not going in a godly manner, we pick a fight with it, not the individual, what the individual said or what's being done, or anything else that doesn't honor God. We need to stand firm, and we need to use our voices and our actions to pick a fight with the falseness, with the oppression, with the things of the world that are trying to corrupt or otherwise deceive folks into thinking that Christianity is something that it's not, or thinking that it isn't something that it is, which can sometimes be worse. So for today, I want you to think, have you picked a fight? Do you have a line that you're not going to let be crossed? Do you have a understanding of the power of your voice when it comes from God? Not that you have to have some big movie epic booming voice in the crowd of lostness. That would be awesome. No, having your voice from God is just simply uttering His will as it's been expressed to you in the Bible, and anything that you feel has been laid on your heart. Do you have the ability to pick that fight with the lostness, It's an important question because we need to be able to do that. We need to have the courage of our convictions. We need to have the courage to bring forth the truth that we know and to have faith that when we do, God is in control of it, not us. We're just His vessels, His messengers, His ambassadors. And so then when we pick a fight, it's not an aggressive, violent thing like you might think a fight is. It comes from a place of love, love of God, love of the truth, and love of the individuals that you are fighting for, even though they may not know it. So that opens up a whole nother box of mess that you may uh, fight this fight and end up being rejected. But it's a worldly rejection. Trust me, your Father is happy with you when you have the courage to know what you're going to say it, and to say it in a manner of love that it is clearly from Him to the people being spoken to. So listen, I love you. I want you to take care, but I also want you to pray and think about gaining the strength, the spiritual strength, wisdom, and courage to sometimes pick a fight. You take care. We'll see you next time.